Hello, and welcome to our second edition of Firewatch. I'm Dan Fritz, and I'm a lieutenant with your Bedford Heights Fire Department. You know, as you drive through our city, you'll notice a complex blend of housing units. Everything from single-family homes, to condominiums, to apartment buildings, to senior citizen residential facilities. Today, we're going to take a look at our apartment buildings, specifically how they are constructed and how to improve your safety in the event of a fire. We have several different types of apartment complexes. In order to properly discuss apartment fire safety, it is important to have a basic understanding of building construction and how it affects your safety. Some of our residents live in multi-story complexes constructed of concrete slabs. The benefit of this design is that fire spread is limited due to the fact that each unit is virtually encased in concrete. The concrete materials used on these buildings helps to slow or prevent the fire from spreading to adjoining units. These types of buildings have been designed to prevent rapid fire growth as long as residents follow some basic fire safety tips that we will highlight later. The garden-style apartment building is usually a 2- or 3-story building which shares a common attic space stretching over the entire building. These units may be separated by wood walls of the type we commonly see in single residential homes. While these units were constructed following the required building codes and utilize materials approved in multi-residential construction, they do pose some additional concerns when dealing with fire. Since the units share a common attic, fire can spread across the building more quickly when compared to the concrete construction. These concerns are not unique and are found in every home located in our city that has an attic. Lastly, the City of Bedford Heights also has some flat-roofed apartments that are constructed in a similar manner to the garden style we just discussed. These units typically don't have an attic stretching over the building. One way for you to understand your building type is to look for a gabled or pitched roof. If you have a gabled roof, as seen here, chances are you have an attic space above your apartment building. These units pose some of the concerns seen in single-family homes. The walls may be constructed of wood studs and drywall, and the floors may also be constructed of wood as well. As we all know, wood burns and concrete does not. Whatever type of apartment you live in, there is one common goal we all share, and that is to practice good fire prevention and to have a working knowledge of your building's escape routes. The Bedford Heights Fire Department practices many different scenarios when dealing with our varied types of building construction. As such, you need to depend on us for your safety as well as the safety of your family.
Just stay put. The fire's going to be under control in a moment. Just stay put. You're okay.
Sometimes our orders will be stern and may seem contrary to your safety. An example might be when we arrive on scene and tell you to stay on your balcony and not worry about getting down at the moment. You see, we have a working understanding of your building's construction and are fully versed in the risks associated with various fires in different types of buildings. By asking you to stay put, we are protecting you with both our personal knowledge and the tactics we incorporate in dealing with the emergency. Without a doubt, the single most important thing you can do is to remain calm and listen for our orders. If you are in a situation where we can't see you, rest assured, we assume all units at risk are occupied until proven otherwise. Other times, we may arrive and aggressively ladder your building and evacuate occupants on our aerial ladder or by ground ladder. We train on these maneuvers and, along with neighboring departments, we can provide a means of egress when all other means are compromised. The important point here is to remain calm and follow our orders so we can mitigate the emergency as quickly as possible with your safety as priority number one. Congested parking can mean blocked fire hydrants and/or blocked fire lanes. A ladder truck can be 8 to 9 feet wide and 50 feet long. A blocked fire lane can dramatically slow down our response time. An apartment building is, in effect, a very densely populated neighborhood. If the downstairs or next door apartment is on fire, it can spread quickly to adjoining apartments in a matter of minutes. What can we do to practice fire safety in our apartment? First, make sure you have smoke alarms that work. The fire code requires working smoke alarms in every apartment unit. Existing apartments require smoke alarms in the hallway outside sleeping areas. The apartment complex is required to have a fire extinguisher within 75 feet travel distance. If extinguishers are not provided outside the apartment, then each apartment is required to have one located within the unit. The extinguishers are here for you to use on small and fairly well-contained fires, such as a pot on the stove or a couch cushion. They are not designed to put out an engulfed kitchen or larger types of fires. The Bedford Heights Fire Department can provide your apartment complex with the proper training to use the extinguishers. If you would like to arrange for this training, contact your building manager who can coordinate this program with our fire department. The fire code states that no person shall use fixed or portable barbecues in or under any attached covered patios, balconies, covered walkways, or roof overhangs. When in use, barbecues should be located on ground level and be a minimum of 5 feet from buildings, structures, covered walkways, or roof overhangs. Never, under any circumstances, is it permissible to grill on our balconies or under overhangs. Use of the grill on balconies is prohibited by local ordinance and will be noticed by our police department when on routine patrol. Don't park in front of fire hydrants and don't park in fire lanes. Respecting the fire restrictions may literally save your life. When friends visit, please be sure to remind them to park only in appropriate parking areas. Have a fire escape plan and practice it. Know at least 2 ways to get out of your apartment if possible. Pick a family meeting place outside the apartment building. Don't use elevators. They may take you right into the fire. Make sure there's a number on your apartment door and placards near the elevator that designate apartment numbers as they pertain to the wings. If these are absent, contact management and notify the fire department if the issue fails to get resolved. Practice common sense cooking safety. We see a number of apartment kitchen fires each year that were started when food was left unattended on the stove, occupants fell asleep while heating up water or food, or errant storage on stovetop. If you encounter a fire or smell smoke in the building, get out. Use the home escape plan we discussed earlier and leave your apartment immediately. By shutting the door, you provide a very good barrier for preventing the fire from leaving your apartment, or, if your unit is not on fire, you provide a barrier from the fire entering your apartment. If your building is equipped with fire pull stations, activate one as you exit. If you ever hear this alarm, exit the building immediately. Call 911 from a safe location. Never assume we have already been contacted from another resident. Give the dispatcher as much accurate information as you can.